What's going on, guys? Let me know if you hear me there. Awesome. My man, the Day Trader Show is in the house, guys. In the house, he's our moderator here. Humberto, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Glad you're around. Good, good. I'm glad the volume is working. Glad the volume is working. Let me start pulling up here some of the information we're going to go over today, which includes our weekly watch list. Give me 1 second. Oh, guys, it is Sunday at 1 p.m. And usually you would think it's not a great time for a live stream, but they've been working out pretty good, man. We've been getting a good amount of people coming through here on these Sunday live streams in the midday. So let's see how this one goes. We're gonna give people a few minutes to trickle in here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little Q&A session, go over some tickers or any other questions you might have. Maybe you have some like psychology type questions regarding trading or anything else, and we'll jump into those tickers. We'll jump into the weekly's watch list, the watch list we have for the week going into tomorrow, Monday. There's a lot of stuff going on. We had NIO, some commotion this weekend. I think they're partnering with NVIDIA. Uh, then we also have Tesla that was pushing up to new all-time highs in on Friday. So there's a lot to go over here today. There's a lot to go over. Let me see if the oh, this is interesting here. I was just going through the dashboard at the daytraderchatroom.com and check out the chat room's accuracy since launch. This is from polls we ran in the chat room. So here you go. You have green trades, red trades, didn't trade. So that's the chat room as a whole. Looks like we're pretty green, guys. Congratulations to our members. All right, so let me try to find the weekly's watch list here. Click on watch list. I'll grab that for you here. The weekly watch list isn't up on the dashboard just yet, but it'll be up soon, and then I'll bring it in here for you guys as well. Jonah will take care of that. All right, guys. So we already got like about 15 people in here watching. So if you guys, get ready, get some questions ready, and we'll go over those here in the next few minutes. Last week was a good week for us at the daytraderchatroom.com. I was personally green every day up until Friday. Okay, I was green every day up until Friday. The chat room as a whole, after we run our polls in the mornings, was green every single day. So that was great. I was happy to see that. Now, I was red Friday, but as the day progressed, I brought that red down tremendously. In the morning, I took 3 or 4 trades, and the first batch were red. They brought me from smallish red to a little bit deeper red to then almost my max loss red. Then as the morning progressed, I was able to nab one solid trade, and that one brought back 80. I did the math. I think it was like 81 or 82% of my losses on the day. And then later on in the afternoon, took another trade, and that one brought me back up over 90%, made back from my losses. So I went from being down almost a max loss to finishing off the day with just two more trades that brought me back, from deep red to just $69 red on the day. That was fine. I'll book that red day any day. Very happy with the performance on Friday. And I was even more happy with the group's overall accumulative performance, because even though I was red on the day, you guys were killing it. You guys were green. So that was awesome. You guys, tailored out the plans, went over everything with us in pre-market and took full advantage of that. So I was, super happy to see that happen. Anytime the group is green and I'm red, I'm stoked about that. I'll tell you right now. I'm more stoked when I'm green with you guys, but it was nice to see everybody else green for real. That took a lot of pressure off my back that day, because I was like, come on, man. So let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys. We got this 3-minute chart. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what happened to me. We're going to recap my Friday morning before we jump into those Q&As. We're going to go ahead and recap my Friday morning. There it is. So my Friday morning, all I traded on Friday was Tesla. And my Friday morning consisted of this. Tesla opens up and it just starts trading sideways. Pretty big range. Talking about 844s all the way up here to 856. That was a real nice over 10-point range we were trading in on Tesla in the morning. Okay, the day trader show says that the watch list for the week is up at the daytraderchatroom.com. I'll bring that into a frame here once we get over this little recap. So right here, we opened up, big gap up. I was mad at myself because on Thursday I went 4 for 4, had a great day, and right here in the close, I was going to swing a call, but I really wanted Tesla to get up over 820, and then I was going to hold on to that call into the next day, and it didn't. It got stuffed at 816 multiple times. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm just gonna close it off here. It's already hit close to my profit target area, but I'm just gonna take it off here and not hold it. That was a big mistake, because Tesla gapped up from 816 all the way up here. Those calls were up over $30 a contract. I knew better, but anyways, Thursday was a real nice day. So then on Friday, I came in knowing well that I was a little bit mad about Thursday. So I said, I'm gonna be ultra focused on Tesla. I'm gonna try to nab this because I think we have room to 880, 890. And Tesla just started trading sideways here. I did not touch it in here. I didn't touch it in any of this. I was very, very patient. And then we had this one drop. See this one drop right here? This drop right here was prime, because I told you guys to watch those 840s in pre-market. I told you guys, let's watch 840 for support. We came all the way down here. We tapped 838 and then quickly popped right back up. And that huge wick right there was so much buying power. I was like, you know what? I think this is going to go now. And we're just going to pop over VWAP and boom, right to 880. That's what I thought. So in this very next candle right here, right there, we pop through VWAP. I get long some calls. I didn't buy the stock itself. I get long some calls. And then we pop over 850. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go. So I added. And then we just get stuffed and come back underneath VWAP. I was so disappointed. When we came back underneath VWAP, I stopped out. I stopped out all those calls. And I was mad. Then we get this rejection of VWAP. And I'm like, okay, well, I shouldn't be too mad. I stopped out good. Well, the loss wasn't big or anything. And that was a normal loss for me. Like a normal loss, within my risk parameters. Then in this candle here, we pop above VWAP. You see that pop right there? And I get long here. Okay. And then I'm like, okay, now we're really going to go. And what happens? We break underneath VWAP again. And I start to realize, you know what? This feels like you're going to get chopped up. Feels like you're going to get chopped up. So right as we break underneath VWAP here, again, I stop out. Only for Tesla to regain VWAP on the next candle, hold it, and then start to go. So what I did was in this candle is where I got long again. And right there, as soon as we made that new high, boom, I got flat. And that brought me back like 81, 82% of my losses. from this chop fest that we had encountered in here. Okay. But had I not been red here, which caused me to think a little bit too emotionally, when we popped up above here, I would have taken one contract off like normal, right? I only had two. Yeah, I only had two. I would have taken one off, and then I would have held on to one more for the extension, right? And that one more would have brought me well back into the green, like big time, big time. Like it would have been a huge home run day. If I would have held on long enough, it would have been a grand slam day. So I missed out on that run right there. I missed out on that run right there, and I was super disappointed in that. But psychologically, I didn't allow that to make me chase or mess me up for the day. So then what I did was I just waited, all day long. I wasn't sure that I was going to trade it again. I really wanted to trade this VWAP bounce right here, but I didn't, and that was a mistake because I pushed up to new highs right there. See? That was a huge mistake on my part, and it was a good pullback to have bought. It was not a bad pullback by any means. Then later on in the afternoon, after lunchtime, that's when I came back in here and I was like, all right, let me see if I can at least nab a little scalp here. And then right before the close, oh, I remember this. When this happened, I was like, man, this looks good for a short scalp. You know, just a little scalp, not looking for Tesla to dump or anything like that. But that break underneath VWAP, I got on the mic, I told the guys, this looks like it could be a good short scalp here. I didn't take it though. That's a shame. There was a few points there that could have been made. Even here, like really, had Tesla gapped down, okay, had this not been a big day of a run up or something, had Tesla just kind of gapped down a little bit or gapped up and just looked like it was done, this attempted break of VWAP here and rejection, that would have been the area I normally would have gotten short. But I'm not about to short Tesla and up, in front side strength. But then in the afternoon, right there. Let me zoom in for you real quick. We had this re-break, we had this drop underneath VWAP rejection. Then we finally break through VWAP, reject it one more time. But if you notice, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Right here when we break through, we gave this one quick little pullback in here. I got long just one contract. It popped up. I took it off. And just made a few bucks back. I was actually up nicely on those contracts over $2 a share. I ended up taking it for like 75 cents a share on those contracts. So I could have booked myself a green day had I taken it off when I was $2 up a share on those contracts. But I didn't do that, right? What I did was I held them, and when we came back down a little bit, I was like, all right, I don't know what Tesla's going to want to do here. It could get choppy. We're getting towards the close. Boop, just cut him. And right there, I made back, a little bit more money that I had lost in the morning. So I wound up the day making back either 90 or 91% of my losses. I made them back on the day. So I only ended up losing 69 bucks on the day, which is great. It was great. So we're killing it. We're killing it at the Day Trader chat room, guys. And I'm super proud of all of you. So, all right. So we got some more people coming in here. I just wanted to, let you guys know about the recap for Friday. The room as a whole was green. I was red, so I was happy about that. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna jump into some Q&As here. Okay. So here, let me grab a little drink of water and let's jump on that. All right, guys. So go ahead and the floor is open. Any questions? Drop them in the comment section there for me, and I'll come around for you. All right, guys, let me see here. So Michael says, Jesse, I'm new to trading and your service. When you say a stock needs to hold, how long does it need to hold for before it should be bought? Hmm. That's a question that has various answers because it just depends on the setup, right? If we identify a level late in the morning going into the lunchtime, and we identify like a support level, we ideally want that level to hold all throughout lunch. And coming out of lunch, we want to see a little bounce off of it with some volume to signify that that level is probably going to hold and we're going to have maybe an extension move. Michael, if you're new, what I would suggest is to join in on the free course. We have a free course for new traders, just as yourself, that you're probably going to want to go through. And we'll go ahead and put that link here in the chat for you so you can download that course. Okay, it's completely free. All you need to do is just click the link and go to it. You can download it and go through that. And you can also join us after that. If you liked it, if you enjoyed what you saw, you can join us for 5 days in the room for $5, and you will have access to a course that will be tailored out just for that program. Okay, some of the tools on the dashboard, and also you'll be in the live chat room every morning where we go through our pre-market plans, live lessons every single day, and stuff like that. Let's see here. Boeing had another crash in Indonesia. I think it'll affect the stock price. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm getting so many. Okay, sorry, guys. I was getting text messages. Super distracting. Let me put my phone to the side. All right. Shark. I heard stonks only go up. Is this true? Shark. Stocks go up and down. Stonks only go up. So yes, that is true, my friend. G Shock Go, what's up, my man? Boeing had another crash in Indonesia. Think this will affect the stock price? I think it'll affect it a little bit on Monday, but I think I think it will probably be one of those buyable dips. If we get one, it'll probably be one of those buyable dips. Um, just because that plane that crashed, while it's sad, obviously, you know, it's sad anytime innocent lives are lost. That was a very old plane. That was like 25 or 30-year-old plane I read. So it's something that really like, I mean, does one fault a 30-year-old car for a malfunction? And do you fault the manufacturer at that point? Or do you fault whoever is in charge of maintaining it? You know, or the airline who should have probably maybe taken it out of service, stuff like that. So that's all stuff that one needs to keep in mind with Boeing. I am a long-term holder of Boeing, so I'm not looking to sell my Boeing. I'll be holding my Boeing. I don't know, 10, maybe more years. Humberto, Jesse, in that Tesla trade, what about pre-market? I'm guessing you said pre-market resistance. Wouldn't you take that into consideration? With a grain of salt, man. With a grain of salt. So on Tesla, let's go ahead and bring out the pre-market data. Okay, so first of all, we don't really have any pre-market resistance here after we popped up over. So like after we popped up over, there was really nothing there. We had clear room. And like pre-market resistance, the only time I'm gonna put a big emphasis on pre-market resistance or any pre-market level in itself, a big emphasis is if that pre-market level is lining up with a level off of the daily chart. Then yes. In this case, Tesla's up at new all-time highs. There's nothing overhead. Happy Sunday, Julio. 1:21 p.m. on a Sunday, man, and we're here. We're here hitting the grind. Michael, you're already signed up. Awesome, man. Well, welcome to the team. Um, so yeah, I mean, there you go. That answers at least part of that. The rest of it, I mean, as far as levels go, it all just depends, you know, typically on the pullback itself. If it's early onto the bell, you know, or like 10 a.m., I want to see the pullback just be very calm, you know, low volume into that support zone, and then the indication for the long is the bounce off of the support zone with an increase in volume. T-Shot Go says, you're right. Plus, Indonesia has poor service requirements and policy. Thank you for your channel. No, bro, thank you, man, for coming in, tuning in. But yeah, exactly. Notice how you don't really see these crashes happening here, right? Stricter policies for maintenance on aircrafts. So, that's the point with that Boeing issue. Oh, David, were you red on Friday like me? Man, sorry to hear that. But yeah, I mean, I was green since December 28th. I think I was green before then, but I'm just counting from the moment we launched the chat room, which was on the 28th that we went live. I was green every single day up until Friday, and then Friday just ended up with a tiny little green, tiny little red. Jag says prediction of a crash: April, March, or September, October. Buy precious metals. Agree. I don't time. Okay, so like when it comes to long-term investing, I don't time the market. I do not sell my long-term holds. If we get a crash, I look to buy more. As far as going diversifying in precious metals, uh, I'm always for that diversification, like period. But it just I don't take all my money out of my long-term holds and then go buy precious metals, be it stock or actual physical gold and silver. I don't do that. I just keep investing for the long term in the companies I like and in ETFs. And then I do throw some money off on actual physical gold and silver, but that's just me that's just the way I do my gold and silver. And I also have some money in crypto. Unfortunately, not nearly enough. I made a huge mistake last year in not adding more Bitcoin. I just kept procrastinating on it. That's all it was to me. I was trying to just get cute and nab the bottom. All right, guys. Any other questions? Drop them in there. We got 22 people watching. Super happy to see you all here. Jackson, that's something I actually go over with my members periodically in the chat. We talk about it here and there, and also something that I'm going to be putting more of. I'm gonna share some with you here, but putting like basically my full portfolio. I'm gonna be giving access to people who join either my chat room or if they're not really day traders and they're just looking for just more information on investing and what I do on side hustles. There's this where you're gonna have access to that here. I'm gonna put it in chat. Boom. So you join my chat, my channel members, and they're gonna have access to that and a whole lot more, plus mentorship sessions there. But that's more along the lines of people who really aren't day traders, and they don't want to join the day trader chat room because they're just not day traders. But as far as the long term stuff, I have a Vanguard mutual fund that's a target retirement date. The bulk of my retirement goes in there. And then another chunk, another good sized chunk, I spread out with some stocks like Boeing, Disney, AMD, Tesla, to name a few. Oh, wow, man, from Poland. Wow, man, that's awesome. Super stoked to see my people in Poland watching. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Do you like ABCL long base just just in the chart? You're talking about just a trade, right, Umberto? You're just talking about a trade, not investing, right? Okay, yeah, swing trade. There's a financial. I mean, I'm guessing this is a new stock, right? Is this a recent IPO as of December? The low on this is 36.75. The low of this is 36.75, right? So, I mean, I would prefer to see it hold this, the low of this candle as we begin to bounce. But I don't like this wick. See, because we're starting to curl here a little bit, but then we have this wick. Like it made a move, a nice one of 42 bucks. But then we have that wick, it took it all back. Volume looks like it was maybe starting to increase a little bit. Zoom in here. The volume looks like it was maybe starting to increase a little bit. I just don't like this wick. I'd like to see if, if I was going to swing this, I'd like to see it get back over 40. I'd like to see it get back over 40 and definitely take some profit off in front of 42 off of this wick here. That's what I would do if I were going to swing that. But I don't know if the bottom is in on that. Similar to Dash. Yes, you know, when you shared this chart with me the other day, I thought the same thing. It kind of looks similar to Dash, but you see how Dash when it got the bounce, you see that, bro, it didn't take it back. It didn't take it back. Psychedelic stocks are actually all those shroom stocks are actually getting a lot of hype. Jackson, it's all about sizing. So Jackson asks, how not to be impatient when you are in a trade. I sometimes get a little impatient on my last take profit. And this goes to show you that it doesn't matter whether you're profitable or not. Everybody has, some sort of issue that they're always trying to improve. That's how we become better traders. So I personally get a little impatient on my last take profit. Not always, but my last take profit is either the one that's going to really pay me, or I just basically try to put a break even stop, or a mental trading stop is what I use most often than not, right? So I'm in my trade, we get the little pop, I take some profit off to protect myself, and I leave some for an extension. Let's say I get the extension, I take a little bit more profit off. Now I have my last piece of shares, right, that I have left. Then that one I'll either take fully off or maybe divide it into 2 or 3 more pieces. Whatever. The point is that last piece is the one that is going to pay me. So once I have that move there, that last piece, I now bring my stop off to break even-ish, more or less, or maybe on that second take profit, I already bring my stop off to break even. And as we start to extend, I use a mental trading stop. Typically, scaling out is what's going to help you, curve that impatience, because at least you're paying yourself. So you're already, okay, I've already secured a little profit. I can be a little bit more patient with the remainder. And that's helped me tremendously, but I still get a little bit impatient with that last piece. But scaling out is something that's helped me. Alex, what is your risk profile? Risk to make why? I risk $1 to make 2 minimum. I don't like to take setups that are 1-to-1s, right? However, if you ever see me in a trade, you'll see I'll enter, I'll set a stop, okay? And my first take profit could be a 1-to-1. If I read something within it that I'm not liking, it might be a 0.5 to a 1 on that first take profit, because that first take profit is meant to just to protect me. As soon as I get that little pop, I'm gonna take a little off the table, right? Because if the trade goes against me and I start to go red, at least I already took a little piece off, and that'll chip away at that red sum. Okay, but typically speaking, 1-to-2 is what I like. For example, over the last 6 months, my profit factor, when I factor in all my trades over the last 6 months, is 1.99. So two, so 2. No problem, Jackson. My pleasure. Let me know if that answers your question, Alex. I think it did. All right, guys. So if you got any more questions, drop them in there for me. Let me see. Alex says, Roger, mine has long been 1-3. 1. Yeah, there you go. Similar to me. Exactly. Exactly. I have no daily goal. I don't care if I make 100 or 1,000. I don't push for a daily goal, right? because that can force a trader to take setups that really aren't A plus or even a B setup. It'll force them to take setups just to try to make a daily goal that's irrelevant, right? That's why I don't have daily goals. Like I have to make $100. I have to make 500. I have to make 1,000. I don't have that. My daily goal is to come in, trade my setups, and mitigate my risk. That's it. I can have a day where I make 150 bucks. I can have a day where I make 200 bucks. I can have a day where I make $2,000. And that makes my week coupled in with all my other small trades throughout the week, right? So that's how I approach my days. I approach my days coming in, just identifying opportunities, managing my risk, and just trying to be green on them. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm trying to be green in the sense like, oh, I got a little bit of profit, I'm gonna take it. That's it. No, I trade my plans, and I book my profits or I book my small red, and that's about it, right? The other day, Jack, I'll touch on that real quick before I move on to the next one. The other day, a member in the chat room was telling me about they used to be in some old chat room. He didn't say which one it was, and I prefer people not use other chat room names in chat. And he told me that the lead trader would be like, oh, I got 30,000 shares of whatever. And I don't do that in my chat because I don't want my traders to think, oh, wow, Jesse has, whatever, $140,000 of Tesla here. He must really believe in this. Let me just throw all my money in Tesla right now, right? Because what might be a quick 200 share position for me in Tesla to nab, a 5-10 point move, within my risk tolerance where I'm risking maybe 3 points, risking 600 bucks, they don't understand that. And they're just thinking, oh, Jesse's just going to hold this and it's going to go. And then I lose, we stop out and I lose 300 bucks because I lost 3 points on it. But then they lose 3 points on a bigger size than they would have normally taken. You get what I'm saying? My risk tolerance has nothing to do with yours. Whereas I can maybe risk 300 bucks on a trade and it doesn't bother me. I can go to sleep at night, no problem, if I lost 600 bucks on the day. Another trader with a smaller account that is brand new loses $600, and that could be 30% of their account. You get me? So this is why I don't do that in my room. On the flip side, there could be a trader in my room that's a multi-millionaire, and for him, he risks $1,000 per trade. Okay, he has nowhere near my accuracy, nowhere near it. He's learning to trade, but however, because his net worth and his account size is so much bigger than mine, he can risk $1,000 per trade and not lose a wink of sleep on going on a 10-day losing streak. Whereas I would not do that because my risk, I'm not comfortable with that size risk. You get me? So typically my risk per trade ranges between 200 to like 300 and change risk per trade. BJ's. Yeah, man, BJ's got to get over that. It's got to get over that. You got that. Look, you have like a little. Okay, if we scroll back on BJ's, look at all these bottoms and tops here at 39.30. Okay, and not only that, you have the 50-day moving average at like 39.50. You like, in order for this thing to get a shot at 41, it's got to get over that. The reality is that BJ's really needs to get over 42 to make a move. But as long as it keeps holding this 200-day moving average, it's got a shot. It's got to hold that 200-day moving average. It's got to hold that 200-day moving average. Like if I was long BJ's from a 200-day moving average bounce, I would take a little bit of profit off in front of that 50-day. Because you never know when that 50 days is just going to decide to hold it down. All right, guys. So we got 27 people watching. We got 16 likes on this video. Come on, hook me up. Hook me up and hit that like button for me. It really helps out because with the algorithm on YouTube, and it helps these videos be like more successful in the long term. So smash that like button here for me and help me out. Sunday, 1 p.m. and I'm out here doing these lives. You know what? I like doing these lives with you guys. There you go. Thanks, guys. Keep smashing that like button for me. It really helps out. It really does. Like, believe it or not, this is why YouTubers ask for it so much, because the interaction between you guys and us with the comments and hitting the like button, it helps out with the algorithm. It really does. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's get back to some of these questions. Okay, so what's your favorite setup pattern? Okay, so one of my favorite setups, right, is it's like an intraday red to green move. So Stockle Gap, perfect example. I don't know if you were around when we did Tesla earlier. Switch over to the 3 minute. One of my favorite setups. Stock gaps up, okay, big, pulls it in, finds support, traps short, break up over VWAP with some volume, and does that move. Right there, one of my favorites. I go over that and a bunch more in my day trading courses at daytraderchatroom.com. We have, for $5, you can join us for 5 days, and you get access to a course made just for you, a dashboard. You also get access to the live stream with my scanners and charts, and we answer questions from members in real time throughout the day, as well as going to daily morning recaps and lessons live. There you go. Link in the comment section right there. So Jackson says, Jesse, would you be comfortable trading raw strategy? I don't feel confident in his strategy as the risk is really high. In my opinion, I sometimes see him very sloppy. You know, glad you bring that up. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to send you a link. So where are you? Jackson. Jackson. Here you go. There's a video for you right there on exactly why I don't trade like Ross, you know? That's exactly why I don't trade like Ross. I go over everything in that link. So you guys who are interested in that, definitely check that out there. I'm 100% sure you're gonna love that video. It's my best performing video on my whole channel. Oh, Jag, man, thank you. Welcome to the club. Glad to have you on here. I posted a new video today, guys. Actually posted a new video this morning, well, this afternoon. Let me see if I have a link here for that. Yeah, here we go. New video today. There you go. It's an entertainment one. You know, I told you guys when we did the New Year stream that I was going to do more. I was going to continue doing the educational stuff, but I was going to start doing some. Sorry, guys. I just heard something. I was going to start doing some more entertainment stuff. G-Shot Go says, it's funny. I took your free course and now I understand some of your verbiage. Definitely signing up for the $5 promotion. Thanks, man. Yeah, I know. We've talked before and G-Shock's like, what are you talking about, Jesse? Yeah. The free course has, really good information when it comes to just the verbiage, and it's really a course made for people who are brand new to the market. All right, guys, you got any other questions? Drop them in there. We got more people have trickled in here to the chat now, to the stream. So if you have any other questions, just throw them in there in chat. Takers, questions. VRM. Let's see. Oh, guys, look, for those of you who are new here, check this out. This is what our members had to say when we asked them on Friday. What do you think of our courses? Love them. They are okay. Have not gone through them, but want to. Useless. I literally put that one up there, and I built these courses from the ground up, and I was like, oh my god, let's see what people think. Like the first time I ever got like direct, you know, review from someone like that. So I put it out in the chat room, and 85% of people said they loved them. The other 14% said they had not, gone through them yet. So it was nice to see. I had some people, just weren't around and didn't get to vote. But overall, 85% of voters loved them, and the rest just hadn't gone through the courses themselves yet. Let's see VRM. Let's go take a look at that daily chart. Gotta hold that 50-day moving average over 43. I really think it has to get over 45. I really think it has to get over 45. We get over 40, 45, and it breaks this 100-day moving average. You got room to 50 easily. Yeah, looking at the chart. Humberto's been going through the courses. He says, useless, come on, man. LOLs. The course is great. I'm glad you think so, man. I'm glad you think so. Yeah, 45. Yeah, if you get over 45 in that 100-day moving average that's creeping down there to 45, you got room. Yeah, I'm glad you like the courses, man. All right, guys, we got 30 people watching and 27 likes. Boom. What's up, man? Thank you guys very much. Any questions? You got 30 people watching, so I'm sure some of you have some more questions. Throw them there in the chat room, in the chat section. Whatever you want, tickers, mental lessons, any questions about, from a new trader. Just don't be shy. Like just in our chat room, I always tell you guys in the chat room when we're live every morning, don't be shy. Type away your questions, type away, comments, anything, right? Just type it there. Nobody's gonna bite your head off. Like the type of environment we're cultivating over at the daytraderchatroom.com isn't that elite garbage where like your head trader is like, oh, stupid question, guys, answer it for me. I don't have time for that. We don't do that. So on YouTube, much less. You guys can go ahead and ask anything there. Just type it up there in chat, and we'll go ahead and that out. We've been streaming now for 41 minutes, going on an hour here pretty soon, 19 minutes to an hour. And we still have to go over the weekly plan. Unless you guys don't have any more questions and want me to just jump into that weekly plan already. Jag asked, do you trade as a full-time job? How did you begin? I do not trade as a full-time job because I have other businesses that make me more money than my trading currently because of the risk I take per trade. However, I do trade every single morning. I'm here all day long. Like you can ask the chat room members that are watching right now. We're putting out alerts in the morning, and they're not trash alerts. I'm a super picky trader, super picky, super selective. And then I'll trade the afternoon session as well. I am a profitable trader. My accuracy over the last 6 months have been 63% with a 1.99 profit factor. My accuracy over the last year was, I believe, either 55 or 57% with a profit factor of over 1.5. And I trade everything from small cap, low float stocks to Teslas of the world. I trade options, and I haven't traded in a while, but the futures. But I trade futures every once in a while too. How did I begin? I began trading a few years back when an acquaintance of mine put me on to a stock because he is a full-time swing trader, and he trades longer term, huge size, and he put me on to DRYS. Just to buy DRYS, this thing's gonna go up a lot. I bought DRYS 100 shares at $3 and change, sold them when it popped $1, and made $100. Thought I was a genius. And then DRYS went to $10, and out of nowhere, DRYS was over 10. I bought 15 shares of DRYS, and out of those 15 shares, I sold 10 of them at $50, and then the last 5 I sold at 100. Made like over $1,000 on that trade, and that was like the moment where I was like, I gotta learn about this stuff. Jackson, what other businesses I'm in? So I do consulting. I run currently I manage a clinic that does weight loss and hormone therapy type stuff in various states throughout the US. I run the business aspect of that clinic for the owner. So I do that, do a little bit of sales consulting type stuff. And then, believe it or not, my YouTube channel, while it doesn't make me enough money to live off of, the ad revenue from the YouTube is pretty nice. So I'm doubling down on YouTube this year. I'm going to be putting up a lot more content, doing a lot more lives, and just putting up more stuff on YouTube because there's a lot of potential on YouTube. I since added the join section. Like if you scroll down, if you're on desktop, you'll see a join right next to subscribe. Or if you're on the mobile phone, you'll see it in the comment section as I post it. And that's going to be just like a private membership section on my YouTube for private uh, content for people who want to join this. It's really cheap and it's just a monthly thing. It won't let me put it in the comment section right now for some reason. I'll just put it here for you in the chat. And there'll be mentorship sessions as well that are going to be private. This is for people mainly who aren't really day traders. Um, I also, have a rental property down in the Florida Keys. Yeah, I'm like a serial entrepreneur, man. I'm always into something because I've been self-employed for like over 15 years now. So I always have a project cooking. I'll take out money sometimes from my trading account, for projects and just like quick deals of like, buy a few of something, flip them, stuff like that. My buddy called me today. I don't know if he's watching. He called me today. He's like, Jesse, man, I know you're busy. I have a business idea here for you. It's a business he's already kind of involved in. And I was like, oh my God, bro, I don't have enough time anymore. But now, tomorrow, 1 p.m., we have a phone conference. So, that's how it is. Tommy, do you feel NIO is going to sell off Monday? I hear a lot of people were disappointed in NIO Day, while at the same time, I read that NIO is partnering with Nvidia, so I think on their autonomous car. So I don't know, man. It's really difficult. I would imagine there has to be some pullback because there always is after an event. Events are usually a buy the rumor, sell the news type of a deal. So there's usually some sort of dip. How deep will the dip be? I have no idea. I'm starting to really take NIO a little bit more serious, so I'm considering buying a little bit in my Roth IRA. No problem, Jackson. My pleasure, bud. Jag, with Amazon dropping Parker tonight, do you see their stock taking a dip tomorrow? I don't know, man. Amazon's an animal. Oh, Parlor. Yeah, I knew they dropped Parlor. They're giving them like 5 days or something like that. I can see a lot of techs, getting hit potentially this week, but how long would it last? I don't know, man. I can't answer that question any deeper than that without getting political. And I try not to get political outside of politics that affect the market on my channel. So I'm trying to think here how to answer this for you. I think tech gets a little hit, but I don't think it's gonna hurt them like very, very long term. Um, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna tell you the reason why I don't think it's gonna get hit as hard. Jesse redefining the hustle. I need to just be awake 24 hours a day, but it's impossible. So thinking Robert Smith says thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Any suggestions? That's the type of stuff that we're gonna do in those mentorship sessions for people who really aren't active traders and want to be a part of like a more of a tight knit mentorship thing. That's where the join is for, right? That's where that join is for, and we're gonna go over stuff just like that. I'm gonna answer your question. I'm just letting you guys know the join my channel is like $4.99 a month, and that's the type of stuff that we're gonna be going over. So there's the link there if you guys want to join that. It helps support the channel, and it really we're gonna kill it in that because that's gonna be more on the lines for people who really aren't active traders and they want to get more in depth on like investing, how to hustle on the side and make side income. That's what we're gonna be doing in that section. As far as the YouTube channel, Robert, what I would suggest is you have to think that okay, I'm gonna start a channel. I'm gonna start a channel on something I love to do, so that over the next year or two, as I put out content and my channel does not grow, I don't mind it. That's what I did when I started this channel. I had no idea that my channel would reach over 11,000 so quickly. I thought that would take me many, many, many years, and uh, and I had no idea that it would grow so quickly. So I spent an entire year just uploading, 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 and my buddies were like, "Oh, you're crazy! What are you doing? YouTube is saturated." Heck, man, the Day Trader Show is my moderator here, my business partner at the daytraderchatroom.com, and he'll type right now. He'll tell you he thought I was nuts. And I started showing him how I was growing and all the opportunities. I've done some sponsored videos that have made me money. Like they've made me real money. And even one of the latest ones, because of disclosures and stuff, I had to put in the video how much I made, and I made $600 on that video. So I would identify a niche that you like. It could be, I don't know what you do, right? It could be how to, I don't know, maybe you're a mechanic, how to work on cars, and that's what your channel's about. Whatever it is, it's something that you really, really like, and then you just put out content. You got to make sure it's quality content. You don't want to waste people's time with fluff. So I like to put out quality education, and I like to put out entertainment content. Now, a lot of people who are diehard educating, loving content, they don't like my entertainment comments, so they content, so they complain over here. And then the people who like my entertainment stuff, they don't watch my educational stuff. So that's why I've decided to do both at the same time here on my channel. Now, the entertainment stuff is all around stocks and finance. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think YouTube, I tell everybody that I know, like, oh, you like to do that? You should do a YouTube channel about it. I think that people should not settle on one source of income. You could be a beast day trader, okay, that's racking in $500,000 a year or more. And if you're solely just like focusing on that, and that's the only income stream that you have, I think personally you're doing yourself a disfavor. At the minimum, you should buy like some rental properties or start a YouTube channel, anything, right, to just generate more revenue. That's just me. Ubo, Umberto, let's see. What a nasty pullback on Fubo, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If Fubo pulls back to $15 at 200-day moving average, I'm gonna buy some in my Roth IRA and just forget about it. I'm just gonna forget it's there. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna forget it's there. Um, but yeah, it looks like it's trying to bounce off of that 25. If it breaks up over 30, you got room to 30. You got room to 40. Yeah, see, the day trader show, he thought I was nuts. He never told me. When I told him, all right, on my YouTube channel and I shared my links with him, he never told me he thought I was nuts. Never. The dude was supportive, just like my friends and family. But secretly he thought I was nuts. And then one day he calls me, he's like, bro, your channel's growing, bro. Like, dude, you're killing it. And then he ended up starting his own channel, the Day Trader Show. So you guys might want to go check that out. He hasn't been uploading a lot recently, but I know he will in the future, just because he's the one that runs the behind the scenes at the daytraderchatroom.com. All right, guys. So we've been at this for an hour now. We've done some Q&As here. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to jump into, I'm going to show you some of the watch lists we put out over the week, and then I'm going to show you the weekly list. We're going to go over those tickers, some ideas, some levels I'm watching, okay, some levels I'm watching, and then I think we'll wrap it up here. So if you guys have any last minute questions, drop them in there for me, and I will come back around and answer those here for you. Let me just refresh some stuff here, and we'll bring in the lists. All right, so oops, the wrong. There we go. Trying to get this in frame for you. There you go. Day Trader Show. Give the man a sub. Go watch. All right, so here you have the daytraderchatroom.com. Okay, this is the members dashboard. All right, this is not the $5. If you want to join us for 5 days for $5, you're gonna have access to this, but not every single thing that a full-time member would have access. However, you will have full access to the watch list, for example. Okay, and when you log into your dashboard, okay, this is what it will look like. And when we're gonna go over the watch list. So yeah, if you want to become a member of the $5 thing for 5 days just to test us out, the link will be there in chat. So you come over here to your dashboard, and you'll have, chat room, watch list, courses, okay, resources. Now, the courses for the $5 ones, you'll have access to a select amount of courses that we made just for that, just for the $5 one. Okay, it's a course that's just for you. You'll have access to that, as well as the free course. It'll all be in there for you. But we made a special course with a bunch of chapters that's just for you guys that do the $5 one. And then you'll also have access to, this section right here: stock charts, market screeners, winners and losers, economic calendars, crypto, chat room rules, site videos. Okay, you'll also have access to the video lesson library right here. Now, among the 10%, that's an ebook that Kevin wrote. He's one of our moderators. And that book right there, you only get access when you become a full-time member. Now, as far as the watch list goes, let's go ahead and bring that up here. The weekly watch list. This is what we will be watching this week, all right? Now, I'm going to show you here, and I'm going to bring the charts. We're going to be watching Tesla, of course. PDD. Those of you who don't know, PDD made a monster move this week. DDD. No, I'm sorry. DDD made the monster move. Or was it PDD? Now I got to check because it's just going to haunt me throughout the whole thing. Okay, so it was DDD. Sorry. DCX and Plug. And then we also have back burners, LMFA, APDN, and Tesla. Of course, Tesla's going to be on the back burner list all month long, with earnings later on this month on Tesla. Also, with Democrats taking control of the Senate, clean energy and MJ stocks should be kept on watch. Okay, so that's going to be our weekly list. Members, you can sign in there and take a look at it. Now, what are we going to be looking at? Here we go. So on Tesla, let's bring that one up first. So on Tesla, look, Tesla, you would have thought that this might have been the day that it gave us the blow off top. I just don't think we're gonna get that blow off top right now. I don't know. I don't know if the top is gonna be in 900 or $1,000. But this Tesla right now it has the feel, and you guys know that I traded the absolute nonsense out of Tesla all of 2020, especially over the summer in 2020. Okay. And I told the guys on the mic on Friday, guys, I don't think Tesla's it's gonna come back down today. I think Tesla's it's gonna give us one of those days, okay, that's just gonna be like a monster squeeze, okay? And then that day or the next day, we're gonna get the gap down, and we're finally gonna get that pullback. Now, I'm not talking about, Tesla bears are shorted to the ground. I'm bullish on Tesla long term, all day long. But as a day trader, I'm an opportunist, okay? Tesla's eventually going to give us a bigger pullback. Now, where's that level going to be? I don't know. It could be to $700. It could be 500, or we could break up over 1,000, and the level's going to be 800 when we pull back. I don't know. I'm not going to short it as we go up. That's silly. I'm going to wait for it to put in that top and start to show us the drop. Now, on Tesla, what I'm going to be watching is the 830s to potentially hold some support. Let me bring the chart here. That would be like the bottom support. The bottom support will be those 830s to 840s, okay? Right in here. That would be the bottom support. Ideally, I would prefer Tesla to hold the 850s, okay? If it can hold the 850s through 860s, see right here? 860, through all this consolidation right here in the 850s, right here, all of that. This is the 15-minute chart. If we bring over the hourly chart, you see right here that 850 mark on the hourly chart. You see it, okay? So ideally, I would prefer to hold that. Now, Tesla, let's go back to the daily. Tesla right now, I would prefer it to flag. If we're going to get another leg up, I would prefer to start flagging here in that 850 range, some inside days, because it needs it before we have the big pop. Maybe give us 3 or 4 days of consolidation, a week, and then give us the pop. But I think that's wishful thinking. Tesla's nuts. It could go inside day tomorrow, Monday, and then on Tuesday we could see this thing at $950. So I'm going to continue to keep it on watch, and I'm going to if it gives me a dip to buy a parabolic, before the parabolic move, I'll do so, and I'll intraday trade it. If it gives me a potential overnight swing trade, then I'll take advantage of that as well. But other than that, I'm not looking to short it until it really shows us, okay, guys, we put in a top, and now we're gonna drop. Let me see if I can find you an example of one of those tops. Very difficult. Here we go. I think I found one. There we go. Okay, beautiful. You see how we have this one big day here? That one big day with a huge gap up. And we get a big push. And then we close all the way down here as like a doji. That would have been the day that I personally, and maybe I did it, I don't remember. I probably didn't, but I honestly don't remember. I had to go look into my trades. That would have been the day right here that I would have maybe bought put for the next day looking for a gap down. Just like for sure, this is February. I did this, not the put. I bought a call here and I made real good money on the push up the next day on the gap up. So I remember that. I was gonna say right now, just like I would have bought a call here for the next day looking for a gap up. Just like I would do that. Now what I'm looking for in Tesla is both things. Okay, I'm looking to still ride this long, but when it gives me this like blow off top done doji, oh my god, I'm tired candle, I'm gonna look to short it for the ride down. Even if it's just a day or two, I don't care. That's more than enough. I don't need to capture the whole move. I just need to make some money, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking for here on Tesla on this watch list. And then PDD, the next one on the watch list. Wow, it's already 2 o'clock. So PDD, the next one on this watch list here. Let's take a look at this 15-minute chart. Look, PDD is just trading sideways. Just trading sideways. I say it needs to hold at a minimum the 170, preferably that 175, to see if this thing gets a squeeze up to like $200. I mean, it's made a huge move, but it's flagging on the daily. So as long as it holds above 170, I think it has potential. Bottom barrel would be this 160 area for a bounce play, and then last bottom is this 140 50-day moving average. Now, this is not something that I would just buy here because I don't, I'm not a swing trader like that. My swing trades generally are either very, very long term or a very, very short term swing trade based off of a stock that's really, really hot. And right now it's really struggling up here in front of those 190s. So I just wouldn't buy it at 180. That would be silly for me. But I would continue to watch it for a hold of that 170, at least the 160s. 170s, and then bottom of the barrel is that 140 it has to hold. Now DDD, this is a different animal. It's the next one on the list for the week. Now this is a big wick, okay? DDD, we called this one. We called this one beautifully in chat. I unfortunately didn't trade it, but I think a couple members did, and they came out very well. We were talking about DDD since this day. Let me see if it's even on here. Maybe I can find an old and I can show it to you. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on the watch list. Oh, beautiful. Here it is. Okay, boom. Here's on the watch list on Thursday. DDD, good press release. Float is 119 million, up 25% in pre-market. I'm watching $12 to $13 area to hold support. On pullbacks, has room to 14.50 daily possible areas. And then I told the guys break above that, we had room to 20s. What did DDD do? Guys, I said on Thursday, DDD looking for 1240s for support. The low of this day right here on that gap up is like 1230, 1228, 1230. I had said 1240. And it says area because it's never to the penny. We called that area for support, and look at this move. I told the guys, it has room to 30 after it breaks 20s, but I don't think it's going to get to 30s right away. I would never even thought it was going to get to 30s on Friday, but it made a monster move off of that level. So I definitely continue to keep this one on watch. Let's see here. DDD. So watching to see if it continues to hold that $20 area of support, preferably 23. I would prefer to hold $23. You see right here these bottoms and that $23 area, 22.80s. Okay. Ideally, the last level of support I'd want to see it hold is 22 bucks. If it continues to pull back, maybe we get a bounce off of that 22 to $23 area. That's the 60-minute chart for you right there. Okay. So that's something to watch. Then we have DXC. We have DXC. All right, this is a slower moving stock, has to hold 29 for a shot at finally breaking 30. If it breaks 30 with volume, it has clear space to 35. Roll back some here. You see we have room to 35. We've been eyeing this DXC for a few days now. So we have room to 35 bucks, but it really needs to break $30 with some volume. It's tried, but it just quite hasn't been able to hold it. That's DXC. Lastly, we have Plug. And Plug, the volume coming into Plug on the daily is obscene. Look at that. Look at that volume, guys. That is like over the last few months, that's the biggest volume it's had. This Plug should be kept on watch, has big volume, continues to come in on the daily on the stock. So if this volume continues to come in here, this thing has a lot of potential to squeeze. Now with Plug, I'd like to see it hold 50. Okay, at least $48 as maybe it consolidates sideways for some time here. What else we have? Okay, so LMFA. Monster Day on Friday. Monster Day on Friday. You'd want to see it hold $2 as support. You see all his previous tops here. It's already, it's got a shot to fill that gap to $3. So it'd be nice for it to hold $2. You have room to $3. Break up above 3, then you really have room to $4 and $5. That's LMFA. Those are the levels to watch. APDN. APDN had news on Friday, afternoon news, about a, I think it was a marker test that they have. So LMFA needs to break that $13 area with some volume. Then it has room to 15 and 18. Okay, so that would be APDN. And that wraps up the weekly list. Then you also, keep some Clean Energy and MJ stocks on watch. Because, Democrats have control over the Senate now. So those are the type of stocks you'd want to watch with a Senate controlled by Democrats. So that wraps up the weekly watch list, guys. Again, if you want to come trade with us, $5 for 5 days, and you have access to everything I mentioned. Make sure you take advantage of that. We'll take a couple more questions here before we wrap up this live stream. Check out FSR. We'll grab that one here for you right now. So FSR. What this looks like a reverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, and we're starting a shoulder again. Reverse head and shoulders on the daily are super bullish patterns. If it holds this $14 area here with this 50-day and 100-day moving average, you could see, we could see a nice technical breakout of this thing. You got that neckline around 17 bucks. So one could theoretically starter here, add over 17 over that neckline, and then maybe that neckline's about 18 bucks. So maybe add over 18 that neckline, and then take some profits off as it squeezes. First profit target for me would be, if I were in, would be in those 20s. Next one would be up here, those 23s. But that's a reverse head and shoulders. Very nice. Good eye, Umberto. Where's my chat? Lost it. Where's the chat? There it is. Good eye, dude. Yeah, good eye. Jonah, as a matter of fact, throw that on the weekly watch list. FSR reverse head and shoulder on the daily. Nice eye, bro. Thank you for bringing that one up. JKS. I feel like you're saying, just kidding. JKS. Nice pennant on the daily there, guys. And if you're new to trading, you saw how fast. If you're new to trading, did you see how fast I recognized that reverse head and shoulder on FSR? You will get there. I promise you that you will get there, where you just bring up a chart and you just throw out levels instantly. I ate market every day for years, just sitting here staring at charts And I still do. Even if I'm not going to take a trade, even if I didn't have the chat room, like if I didn't have the daytraderchatroom.com, I would still be sitting here consuming charts all day long. So JKS, it's got to hold that 50-day moving average. Um, I really like that setup there. You got yourself like a flag formation here, like a wedge to a degree. If it didn't have this dip in here so deep, it'd be a little bit cleaner. But definitely it would be nice for it to hold that 50-day moving average. A breakup above 75 with some volume. It's setting up like a pivot. You see, like here, that close, here these tops, here this top, here these tops. A breakup above that will make shorts a little bit uncomfortable. You could see them start to cover, and you could get yourself a little run up to $85. No problem, Umberto, bro. Dude, I really like that setup. I really, really like that setup there. All right, guys. So I'm going to just recap a little bit of the things I told you regarding everything the channel has to offer. You already know I'm going to continue posting the same type of content I always have, plus the entertainment stuff like I posted today. That was a good one there that we posted. Let me see here. Today's was a video on Wall Street bets. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely go check it out, the Wall Street bets. I'm going to put the link here for you. Hold on. It's me reacting to Wall Street bets posts. There's some good ones in there. Oh, nice. Good job. I'm glad you added to the watch list, the Day Trader Show. Now, if you're new to trading, you're new to the market, download this course, the free beginner course. I'm trying to get that here for you. Boom. Okay, so there's the free beginner course for you. If you're not really into active trading and you just want to, be a part of the channel and have access to members only stuff that's going to be regarding long-term investing, side hustles, maybe we're going to talk more about real estate and a little bit of trading information. You want to join us, you can join me in the channel for the members only section. You also get a special icon when you comment on any video on my channel. Just $4.99 a month. You have access to that. All right. So you have that. And if you do want to, join us on the chat and kind of like get a feel for it, then you want to, test drive the chat room. You can do that for 5 days for $5 right here. You get access to everything we said, the courses, so many of the resources, courses made just for you, and you can trade with us live every single morning. So that's it, guys. That's going to wrap up this stream. Thank you very much for joining me on a Sunday. I'm really happy to have shared this time with you guys. Now you know what we're going to be looking at throughout the week. Any questions, don't hesitate. You can always reach out. Make sure you check out the videos and the links there in the comment section, as well as anything. I will leave the links in the comment section and in the description section, okay? And here in the chat. So you can come back around and take a look at them. And I hope you guys have an excellent, excellent week. And I'll catch you guys in the chat room tomorrow live. Thanks again for tuning in.